Hello everyone and welcome to Quality Games. Today we are having part 10 of the Scipii Total War campaign in Rome Total War Remastered, and I think we are doing quite okay at the moment. But in order to do even better, I think we need to beat these Brutii armies, so the Siege of Tarentum have better chances of succeeding. Basically, that total war means that we must declare war against everyone as soon as possible. And thus we are in the middle of Roman civil war, perhaps a bit earlier than we would have actually liked.
In a pathetic attempt to save themselves. Hastati. Units! General! Quickly! Units! Double time! Units! Units! General! Units! Double time!
So they have Hastatis, Principes, Triarii, and Velite Gladiators, and there some Ballistas and Principes incoming. So I guess we need to march into pillar range, and then the cavalry will do some flanking maneuvers. And it seems the enemy's flank here is going down, and basically it should mean that we will be able to crush them. So let's see if we could take down that last enemy fighting unit as well. It seems they are fleeing, but let's see if we could catch up with them. I don't think so, it seems. So let's take care of that ballista then. So, at the very least, one army wiped out, and some damage done to the second one as well. And we have 5 slots remaining in that army, so we can bring in at least some reinforcements. But I think the faction heir can go to Capua, and of course we need to retrain some of these troops. And since we have space only for 5 units, I think we could actually send one of these generals to Croton. And let's get rid of one of those hastati units there. And Batavium and Mediolanum should be doing okay. And in our marshes situation is improving. I'm not certain I want to engage this Carthaginian army. Let's give them one chance to back away. Next turn we will attack them. And so that city will hold for 6 more turns. Perhaps we should train some extra troops here in Greece as well. And I think we have a turn. So the Brutier reinforcements are trying to block our reinforcements, and I think they actually managed to do that. It seems the other Roman factions have invested quite a lot in ships. I would want to invest as well, but I think we need to pool some population. And that actually went quite nicely. So, we might want to pool some population to Syracuse, I guess. Yeah. Or perhaps, what kind of temple we have in Carthage? We have Temple of Vulcan. Perhaps it should be switched to Temple of Neptune. I would really like to get those best ships available. And Carthage will grow rather soon, so it will be easiest this way. And I think Apollonia is ready to fall. They actually inflicted quite high casualties on us, but I don't think it will slow us down too much. I think the troops that are okay can continue towards Salona there. And here of course we need to retrain and get some extra troops. Ankara will be besieged likely soon, but I think, okay, so Masaka should fall. Soon perhaps we could take it. right after it. And the Scythians are making siege equipment, so the defenses there should hold. Here, I'm not certain we want to attack just yet, but I think Segesta will fall. Let's see first if we can have some additional mercenaries. No, we cannot. So the northern front is doing actually quite okay. Except we have two Julii armies wandering around there. Arretium seems to be somewhat vulnerable, but we don't have enough troops at the moment to besiege it, and we cannot actually pull back too many units from there. But I think this army here can continue its advancement. Let's leave some mercenaries to maintain public order. But otherwise I think the army can push northwards, and I think Alesia should be our primary target for that army, and it seems the Carthaginians there are not acting too wisely. So this is a risk here. Oh, and it didn't pay off. So what makes this battle a bit more difficult is that it's going to be a bridge battle where we are on the offensive. So basically, if the AI plays its cards wisely, we are having some tough time winning this battle, but let's see. The thing going for us is that we have long-range missile units, whereas the enemy likely has only short-range missile units, and we have some Spanish mercenaries, it seems, as well. Of course, solid Roman infantry is kind of lacking at the moment. Is there a fort somewhere from which we could cross as well? Apparently not. So we need to utilize the bridge, and might it be so that the enemy is willing to move and engage us? Okay, so we have quite a few of those Spanish mercenaries. I thought they were skirmishers, but that was obviously wrong. Or mercenary peltasts. So that's town militia. If they want to keep their troops there to be shot at, who am I to complain? Some round shield cavalry, skirmishers, some more round shield cavalry, I guess, and some Iberian infantry too. Perhaps we could have rushed the bridge. But of course, if we are able to take down the enemy general here, it would weaken the morale quite a bit and make crossing the bridge quite a bit easier as well. Several rounds left. Okay, good.
The enemy general is dead. His men know their doom approaches.
So the question is, what units should go first? So there are some town militia skirmishers and so on. Perhaps we should send the hounds at least to support, and I guess all of infantry. Well, that army isn't doing too well here. Actually, a bit disappointing performance on those Carthaginians. And not too many got away. And now we can besiege Carthago Nova, some Iberian infantries, and a governor. Shouldn't be too difficult. But I'm a bit afraid that ship there is going to go down. Karalis is ours, and at the moment it seems that Julii are taking quite a beating. Then again, it seems Lepsis Manga might be lost. That's quite nice chevrons they have there. So perhaps I should do this manually.
The auspices have been... Units! 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 Move! Move! Units! Units! Equity! Hastati! Hastati! Units! Units! Double time! Ramming position! Units! Units! Move! Equity! Move! Move! Orders completed! Our soldiers are at the gates! Now they must batter a way through!
I guess those were at least those silver chevroned
Spatter away through.
guys.
Roman military engineering triumphs once more. The walls are down. Order your men on to victory. The enemy gate is down. Our battering ram has done its work. Our soldiers have captured the walls. Now is the time.
Okay, so that's not real bodyguard. And that's good thing.
Great gods be praised. The enemy general is killed. Fear makes a home in our enemy's hearts.
Oh, not good. So it seems I commanded the skirmishers to attack as well. Okay. Well, that was interesting. So what? They have some peasants and some skirmishers. I think we should be able to take that city next turn. And do we still have some armies with which we would like to do something? I guess not. So, it's time to finish the turn. Oh, we have a new merchant. I guess we should put him into good use. So much for that army. So Palma needs to be captured with something else. And let's hope the Egyptians will capture the city there and here. Well, the situation is looking quite dire. So let's hope the enemy missile units will come to engage us soon and that we can take down the enemy general. That might bring us the victory, but the situation is looking quite dire. If these town watches were Hastati, the situation would be quite a bit better, but they are not. Hmm.
Your gallant general has fallen and caused his troops much heartache. Much better to have lived.
And some of the enemies are actually breaking, but the numbers are just too much. Perhaps some flanking could have worked out, but I think we need to raise an army in Carthage, and what's the city below it? Well, no matter. There as well. Thapsus. So the enemy has 2 ladders, 1 siege tower, and some axemen to utilize them. I think we will form up in the city center. Okay, so they managed to capture or break the gates.
The enemy towers have reached the walls. Pray to the gods that Roman courage will win the day. The enemy are
And those horse archers are
now Roman
quite
bravery
nasty.
improved in you.
Or were the gates actually open? I guess they were.
The walls are no longer ours. The enemy have taken them. The enemy are at the walls with ladders.
Okay,
Now
but
Roman
at least the
bravery
enemy's
must be
taking
proved in you.
quite a few casualties as well, even though they are taking the walls. I think the city here will be besieged again quite soon. And of course now the question is, should our archers conserve some ammunition against enemy horse archers? But I guess we are doing okay. The enemy has taken quite heavy casualties and they still are taking them. And actually those archers are doing quite well here. But perhaps we should conserve at least some of the arrows here. Okay, I guess that was a bit frightening war cry. since basically the enemy has only general left, I think we can resume firing arrows at them. Okay, and that should be it. Perhaps we could inflict some more casualties with the towers here, to make sure that the enemies won't be coming back. Okay, so I guess that's enough. Excellent, perhaps a man of an hour would be nice, because then he could take command of the northern front here, and we could continue pushing northwards. Oh. Some Scythian reinforcements, it seems. So, let's continue upgrading those temples of Neptune. And let's train some troops as well. And I think from Karalis we should send most of the army away. Perhaps we should get still some more siege equipment and troops as well. And I think Apollonia will be besieged soon. So let's try to send some reinforcements while we take the fight to Salona. And Lemonum will be the first target there on our path to Alesia. This is mostly a mercenary army, but I think we should be able to beat them. But apparently they didn't even suffer casualties too much. That's really annoying. So instead of peasants, we need to make some proper fighters and retrain this army here. And perhaps we should train an army in Köta, so that we can try to or rather take Palma again. And do we have some mercenaries available? Apparently not. But I think some pressure from Mediolanum has been lifted, so we can bring some reinforcements to Segesta, and that should make it easier for us to take. The Juliite city of Arretium and, of course, Ariminum a bit later. And the siege of Thessalonica has been lifted. So basically we can bring these troops to be retrained. And here the siege is still going on, perhaps a chance for defensive battle would be good here. And we have some Eastern mercenaries. Nice. So basically Eastern infantry mercenaries. Oh, that was not perhaps the best of the moves here. Let's see if we can bypass the enemies there. And perhaps we should train some more troops in Croton and in Capua as well, since we are planning capturing Rome at some point. So, oh, and this army here can begin a new siege of Nepte. That defeat was actually quite embarrassing. So let's see what happens now. The Brutii are making a couple of sieges here. Let's see if the Julii... Okay, so they will besiege Segesta. And it seems they are almost like Pompey Magnus. They are just stomping their feet and new armies are springing up. Which is of course ironic, since Julius Caesar was the one to beat Pompey. And this will be an interesting place to organize the defense. Okay, so let's see what happens. They actually want to knock down some more wall sections, it seems. The gates are open, the walls are down from somewhere, but apparently only the cavalry's impetus enough to come in. And of course, if they take some casualties from towers, that's fine. But the walls here are starting to look like some cheese. And perhaps we don't want to chase the enemies here, so let's turn the guard mode on. So the enemy army is basically, it seems, warbands, some swordsmen at least. But at least those warbands should break easily. And of course there is that barbarian warlord. That will likely cause us some difficulties. But I'm rather confident that we will be able to hold here. So, let's try to wipe out this flank first, so we can concentrate all the remaining forces on that side. And I think once that warband engages, we can try to flank them with our cavalry, and then we can start to take off the guard mode. Okay, good. So, that flank is secure. And now the question is, what is that enemy bodyguard going to do? Okay, finally. I think the enemy general will go down rather soon, and as he falls, I think his army's morale will fall rather quickly too. And it's time to smash the whole enemy army. Oh, some chosen swordsmen already. Okay. And that was a slaughter. Okay, we can let those guys to escape to tell the tale of frightening Roman army. There are some Armenians there as well. Interesting. Let's try autoresolve this time. And the enemies actually were able to inflict more damage to us than we to them, but so let's retrain these and we should have some more men with us soon. And let's hope the defenses here are somewhat light. Because of that Carthaginian army there, we will push northwards. Lemonum will be besieged. Let's see if we can have some mercenaries here. And I think in Massilia we need to retrain these guys. I think Apollonia should fall. Or apparently not. So much for that. That battle needs to be fought manually, and I think we were able to slip past most of the Egyptians there, and we should be able to take Tarsus. And here, let's try the autoresolve once again. And I guess we should dismantle this one and build a proper Roman shrine in its stead. And some peasants and lower taxes a bit. So perhaps Nepte will be ours rather soon. And from Carthage, I think we can send out the army. And then from Thapsus, I think we can reinforce it. And this should be enough to win the battle there. Okay, so I think this is everything for today. Thank you very much for watching. If you like the content, please leave a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. That will help a great deal, and feel free to ask questions, post comments and so on. And it seems we have an opportunity to besiege Arretium. So let's take that opportunity and leverage it. Have a great rest of the day. Quality Old Games out.